Greetings, technology enthusiasts. I am Chandrahas and I am delighted to be here with you representing CyberBrainer. Do you not believe that the technology sector is advancing at an unprecedented rate, making this an opportune moment to acquire the skills that will facilitate your progress? With CyberBrainer, we are empowering you to take control of your own future. At CyberBrainer, we do not merely impart your interests. We assert that information is power, yet it is the application of knowledge that distinguishes you. Our courses are meant to equip you with essential skills, whether you are pursuing data science, understanding artificial intelligence, or delving into cybersecurity. Let us commence the session and seize the future today. Thank you.
Today we're going to start with how to create a job, family and job family groups. Before we're going to start, what is meant by job family and job family groups? We need to understand. Job family means our internal organization, departments like HR train team, operations team, admin team, marketing team. This all will come under job family groups. What is meant by job family? Job family in the sense we do have offline consultancies and online consultancies. What is meant by offline consultancy and what is meant by online consultancies? Can anyone know the difference between offline consultancies and online consultancies? Offline consultancies in the sense whenever we will get calls from the consultancies like some 24x7 consultancies and auto framework consultancies, this all will come under, and offline consultancies will all come under a job family. What is meant by online consultancies? Online consultancies is nothing but Times, New Job and Naukri and other portals. All these portals will come under an online consultancies. Whenever you people creating any job description or whenever you people getting a notification in the Naukri or other clusters, you people will get the update like in the Naukri like 1 hour before, 5 hours ago. We have an opening in the Tech Mahindra, we have openings in the Accenture. You will get all the notification and information. How they will get it without creating their details into our internal portal. Today we are going to understand how to create the details of internal portal and how to create a job family and job family groups. On same, to doing this activity, we need to go into the software. To create a first, we are going to create a job family groups. Job family groups means you need to understand our internal departments. To create our internal family groups, what we need to do is we need to go to the search bar, enter in the search bar, create a job family. You will get an option called create a job family task. Have a tap on this option. Sorry, we will start with a group. Enter the date of year. We need to capture today's date of year. Have a tap to. Whatever the team you was going to create it, you need to enter the team name. Tell me which team you would like me to create it. Training team HR payroll. Payroll. we are going to create a payroll and finance. Finance. Go to the job, family, enter here. Payroll and accounts team MHC. MHC short form will not go into reflected on your live data. You will get payroll and accounts team or here or payroll. I'm going to selecting here payroll and accounts team on here. Suppose that you the proper description about your job family. Thank you. Your payroll and finance group details here. We need to give the key points of our payroll team key points in essence, what exactly they're going to do, what under operations they're going to handle, payment process, TD, SPF, those related information which we need to give the very briefly on here. I'm just mentioning X, Y's points on here to understand yourself. Was that have it up to? Once you tap on to, you have been successfully created your job, family, payroll and finance team from here. And have it happen to the, then once you tap onto, then the request is going to be in process to the branch head manager or supervisor in the particular branch. And once they was being uprooted, these details will be coming to the active stage here. Tap to that. The same way we need to create a team. Operations related other exposure to any teams in the organization. We need to process the same way. Any questions, any doubts? So yes, what is the difference between job family and job family group? Job family group is internal within the organization. That was in multiple groups, individual departments. Job family, in the sense we need to create the recruiting portals, like offline consultancies and online consultancies. While we are including these people into the organization, like and family, those people is going to support it to has an recruitment base. Getting an employee from the market is very big challenge to maintaining these people has and family members to take the support of recruiting, it will be easy. And whenever we are going to collide this, offline and online consultancies, recruiting data, this data is going to help to share our internal openings job descriptions to the direct websites portals. Any other questions? Thank you. This job family group, it means like something comes. Any position will come under the payroll and finance team. We have to tag in this group. If any new individual department or existing department, if anyone asks you to create a job family group with the individual department, you need to follow the same process for all the departments, irrespective of any name. Let's understand how to create a job family. To create a job family, I said you job. Family groups is our internal organization. Understand our internal organization department job. Family in the sense offline and online consultancies. What is the difference between offline and online consultancies? What is the difference between offline and online consultancies? Online consultancies are these job portals we have in web like Naukri or Monster and things like that. And offline consultancies is whatever I understood from what you said was like we get calls from consultancies. Recruitment consultancies also kind of those. For your understanding, it's very simple, guys. You people approach for the online training for Cloud Foundation. Am I correct? This will come under online consultancy. If you want to learn the training from the offline of any marketing institute, that will come under offline consultancies. Understanding. Thank you. Let's create one offline consultancies and one online consultancy. Offline consultancy I'm going to creating on here. Term for manpower. A and a job family. I got my manpower agency Hyderabad. I'm selected directly. Here I'm going to loop this. People has an HR support team. I'm going to mention this. People has an HR business partner. Coming to the proper description. Key points I'll mention. Consultancy details we need to mention here. One by one, I'm going to show you. First one is agency name. 24-hour agency. Agency ID mail ID. Next. And this Agency CEO detail. Agency manager detail. Support staff details. Team leader. Those details. Eight. You are to share the direct descriptions. And each and every agency have an agreement with this agreement. These all we need to capture for all the security purpose and aspects related activity clear. Understanding. Anyone having any questions in this? Arvind Srinivas, Jasmine Kuzema, Madhu Menon. How up to? After that, no, this request is going to be flow to the. This agency group creation is flowing to the HR manager in the particular organization. Once he was being uprooted, immediately the process is going to be passed to his team members, and whenever if we created any job descriptions once the HR has been uprooted. However, it was going to be shared to their internal team portals the same way. It's going to share it with the same way. It's going to share it to the one copy to the consultancies and recruiting portals also. Am I clear, everyone? And let's create one online agency now. To create an online agency, we need to go on the same flow. Go to the search bar and tap onto the task. Mention today's day. No online consultations. Online consultations can we do in the Times job portal. Have a select of timejobw.com. Have a look to the HR business partners. And give the details of Times job portal. Agreement detail. Journal. Headquarters. This people times job portal. People doesn't have that, Every city doesn't have the, branches they will have. They will get in some journal, the South Journal, North Journal. In that they will select one particular state or city, or they're going to start their operations from there. We need to collect those details. Journal, headquarter details. CU details. Branch manager details. And we need to update. Support staff detail. We need to collect mobile number, that's what for the details is required. If you take the agreement, that would be fine to get all the details from the particular online consultancies related activities. Post completing this activity, you need to tap on to the excuse me, I'm sorry for this. This is all you need to create an online consultancy details. Am I clear? Anyone having any questions, sir? I have a doubt. Please go ahead. On what basis we can identify which is online and which is offline? How are we going to identify that if it is new to the market? That's not our headache. Whatever the task is and whatever the details, they're going to hand the handover to load those details in the system. We need to do it. The verification we have in separate marketing team and HR branch manager is going to approve for the team. And definitely this HR branch managers people is going to be having good communications and deal agreement sheets with the particular consultancies, whether it should be online or offline. If you check in the Times job portal or Naukri portal, nowadays everyone is providing further, like links to you 3-star rating, 5-star rating. They started giving the ratings to the organization with the reviews. For that agreement, they're going to do with all the companies and how the companies is going to be responding to this particular consultancy candidates. And this offline consultancies or online consultancies, people will approach the candidate how they treated you, how they received you. How many has been weighted? All this, they're going to be uncollected. If the thing, this kind of online and offline, if it is both, how do we create that? If it is online and offline also. Just now we created no both. No sir. What I'm saying is you have created one offline and one online. If this Times Job Private Limited, if at all, it is online come offline. Is this the same procedure? Do we have to create? We need to create one portal for the offline and we need to create one portal for the online. And if it is the same way, same. If it is the same way, definitely. Organization is not going to be entertained for both the ways. Definitely they will have little business knowledge. Yes, there are few organizations that are going to be. Yes, definitely. It depends on private call. It's not depends on myself and yourself. No, I just want to know. Yes, I just want to know if it is both. How do we create? That's all. Hope you got my answer. Yes. Yes, sir, clear. Thank you. How it happened to the day. We successfully completed in staffing model. We understand the complete stuff related to the staff. Let's start with the concrete. Let's start with the compensation. Before we're going to start the compensation, I would like to give a brief introduction. What is mean? What is mean by concrete compensation? Aven Kuzuma Madava Manal Jayothi Namrata Namita Tejashri. What is your understanding about compensation? The price to the company. Sorry, Namita. It's CTC for each and every individual, the salary that they pay. The company pays CTC cost to the company. There is something that is awarded to someone for the piece of work we do in our organizations. Yes, sir, tell me. Compensation is the remuneration given to an employee in exchange for their services. You will get an interview questions like this. What is mean by compensation and how it supports to an employee? You will get a question. On that particular time, you need to answer the interview person that you know compensation. It's an extra amount which, apart from my salary, I can earn from the organization. Compensation in the sense. It was like over the time, travel allowance, food allowance, federal allowance, night shift allowance, medical allowance, joining bonus, house allowance. This all will come under compensation. In this we are going to be and understand. What are the compensation grade packages and rules we're going to do? That means how to create a compensation grade and what is mean by grade. Also, I will explain what is the difference between them and how to configure the compensation. This, I will show you how to create a new compensation. How to create a compensation packages in the sense each and every compensation. Having different criteria and different amounts which we need to pay them. How we need to do? We're going to be an what is the grade and how to create a grade is nothing but each and every employee should get a compensation. That means we need to create a compensation to the. We can able to create a compensation individual employee, individual department and their organization. Also the three ways of compensation we can able to do individual employee compensation, department compensation and their organization. Also, we can create a same compensation and to identify the categories like first price, second price, third price like B, C category that's called. It has a grade that we are going to understand how to create it. What is grade profile and how to create a grade profile that I will show you people. What are our compensation eligible rules and how to create a compensation. Yes, we are going to understand how to do that activity at home. To doing this activity, we need to. Jump into the software. Yes, let's understand bit. Related updates to the compensation. I need one voluntary person anyone can find to me who can read this slide. I'll explain you the related updates. Tejasri, are you? Yes, yes. Go ahead. Let's understand the PPT. What is meant by compensation? Yes, now it is visible. What is compensation? Compensation is the remuneration received by employee in return for his or her contribution to the organization. Compensation is an integral part of human resource management, which helps in motivating the employees and improving organization effectiveness. Common factors companies use to determine compensation include required experience and education, level of position, job title and responsibilities, industry average pay of similar jobs, job location and cost of living, availability of qualified candidates, company size and reputation. Can I go ahead with the segmentation, sir? Yes, completed. What is segmentation? Segmentation is the process of dividing a company's target market into the groups of potential customers with similar needs and behaviors. Segmentation helps the business identify and choose the most potentially profitable customer groups to focus on. Thank you very much, Tejasri. First point is what is meant by compensation. We understand compensation is an apart from salary. We can earn the extra money from the organization. What are all ways we are going to earn the money? It should be at, over the time. House allowance, petrol allowance, night shift allowance, travel allowance, food allowance. Resolving is that each and every organization should give this mandatory to every employee of these compensations. No, it's an individual private organization for whether they're giving or not giving, it's up to them. No one can force them and no one can demand them. Also, there is no rule that each and every organization is going to provide for the compensations to the employees. It's an external benefit, especially MNC companies and the corporate companies is going to provide to the employees. If you check all the, most of the software companies, only the MNC companies, corporate companies, we can see the cap facilities at nowadays. That's also one of the, corporate facility they're going to provide you. They're going to send you a cab to your door pickup and they're going to reach you and drop you at your home and office on Haspel River, organization and shift requirement. This is also kind of the compensation from the organization. Whether giving or not giving it completely depends on the every individual private limited decision and call and coming to the individual employee compensation. What is meant by individual employee compensations? Individual employee compensation in the sense like team leaders, CEOs, supervisors, subordinators, managers, assistant managers, L1, L2, L3, software engineers. We will announce certain packages to the people once they achieve their targets in the particular week or month or quarterly or yearly. Once they are up to their goal, definitely they will receive some good size of amount from the organization, whatever they're going to be and committed. And coming to the sector number 2, department compensation. Like HR team having a different target levels. Training team is having a different target levels, operation team having a different target levels. What is the compensation is going to be announced. is if HR team is closed, all the requirements of 50 requirements be given in this week. If they close these 50 requirements within the 2 weeks, each and every executive is going to, eligible for the 5,000 rupees. This is the compensation organization has been announced. This is their individual compensation coming to the training team. They have a compensation like this, whatever the employees hand over from the HR team to training. Number of employees who is going to hand over to the operations. That multiplied like to the trainer compensation of each executive, they get the sum min 1000 rupees kind of stuff. If we receive 50 members from the HR team and we hand out the 50 members to the operations team, we will get in 5,000 bonus from the organization. That's one of the compensation, and coming to that, and their organization compensation, like travel allowance, petrol allowance, night shift allowance, food coupon allowance. I think people are a few of them may going to use the Sodex food coupons. Your team leaders is going to provide you that whenever you achieve something in that particular day or particular week. That is one of the compensation and how to create a compensation. What are the major compensations we have in the market? We are going to understand today. One by one, slowly, and compensation segments. It all depends on the target reached or not reached related activities. That depends on that. Each and every compensation having their own set of key points and rules and agenda, which given from the particular individual team or department or organization. Clear everyone? Any questions? Any doubts? This is Tejasri. 2 years back I received excretia. They said I asked regarding that, but my manager said this is a profit sharing. Does the profit sharing also comes under the compensation? Profit sharing in a sense. What exactly they shared with you? They have a huge amount and they share to the, maybe the turnover. It's been exceeded. They shared it to the employees and they mentioned it as an excretia ad hoc. That will come under the compensation. Under the compensation, there was a certain levels that I will show you ongoing how we need to do it. Any other questions now? Total compensations we have in baggages. What is meant by baggages? Aven Srinivas Madava Jyoti Sri. Wages are nothing but the amount what we are earning per day. Wages is nothing, but it's only in India. We will call compensation at the abroads. They will call it wages, daily wages, labor wages, this kind of stuff. That's also one of the compensation and health welfare baggage and the retirement plans, vacation and holidays plans was going to be included. This is the new compensation plans which was been added recently from the 2020 January onwards. This is the 4. Compensations has been added for the market. Sir, but vacation and holidays, I have been seeing this from 2013. They have mentioned it as a long travel allowance. Every employee who got confirmed, they are eligible to take the LTA for a few days and the company is going to pay on behalf of the employee. In that there was 2 allowances there. One is travel allowance and other one is vacation allowance. One is reassemble. Whatever the travel expenses you've done, you need to submit those all bills and you need to do the reassemble. The other one would be a, excuse me one second. I'm sorry, I have a little cough and this thing. we will have a bit of disturbance. In that, what you have is the company is going to release a certain budget to you. Within that budget, you can complete it. Whatever the other expenses it's going to add it to you, that would come from your pocket. A company is not going to be in responsibility. This is definitely what you said. It has been long back, but I'm seeing nowadays the trend was a little high. And the work from home situations, and we feel that it will be boost up in the current season for the 2020. Even the health and welfare, I use it for my maternity leave. I used it as I remember I got reimbursement, also all the claims. There was two things was there. Two taxes related benefits they're going to give the health and welfare. One is in retirement plan and the other one is whatever the health issues we have, and that amount would be in reimbursement. That we will do in the variant files and ongoing, that you can understand what exactly is this going to be analogous. And the retirement plans, all these activities it will be sustaining from the long ago. This is the market segmented related criteria graph. I hope you people can see in my system this graph is not useful to all the regular compensation people. This depends on the few countries and the few organizations like AL, P and LES. This I'm going to show you in the practical sessions. Yes, go ahead. Tejish. Compensation rules. There are 5 rules of compensation. Align the compensation plan drives behavior that is consistent with your business strategy. Unchangeable opportunities for good behavior that maximizes earnings. Simple, prioritize what's important and use simple language to communicate the plan. Clear, include definitions and examples to avoid accidental misunderstandings. Unlimited. If the plan is aligned with business strategy, there should be no need for earning limitations. Yes, this is the 5 compensation rules. We need to follow whenever we are going to give the compensation to our employees. On the organizational side, we need to follow these 5 rules to understand how to drive the compensation in the business without impacting organization financial criteria. How to give the opportunities to the employees to grab the good quality of the work from them, and how to give the communication and plan of actions to the employees to drive the according to their targets and including their and accidental and misunderstanding criteria, which will be happens from the compensation criteria, and how to give the explanation each and every compensation, how they get the compensation, to give the awareness program to the compensation rules and regulations to the employees. Then only they receive the compensation. No one will give the compensations easily to the employees. They should give the proper work as we expected, and we should give in certain targets to the employee. Once he achieves those targets, then only he is going to be eligible for the compensation. Whenever he was, claim your medical claims and all these activities is your organization doesn't given any rules and regulations to you. Yes, they do given, but there is a limit to certain amount only I can claim it. For that also, they got verified all your bills. Yes, they have. I have to submit it and I have to give my doctor's report also before my date of birth. I mean my baby's birth. I have to submit all these details, and after 30 days completion of my surgery, I have to submit all those bills through post through email. Very good. These all rules will be given from the organization once again. We need to maintain our agenda, our criteria to the employees. What exactly we are going to give in the compensation? Yes, go ahead. Compensation report. A compensation survey can focus on job titles, geographic regions, employee sizes and industries, and generally primarily reports on cash compensation data. That survey data is usually made of quantifiable aspects of compensation, such as basic salary, increased percentage or amounts, merit increases, salary ranges, in starting salaries, incentives or bonus, allowances and benefits, working hours. Coming to this compensation reports, whenever we are going to generating compensation reports, how the compensation eligibility is going to be processed to each and every employee. Take it as an example. Compensation would be decided based on his salary. If employees are having 2 lakhs of salary per CTC per annum, he will get the compensation related to his salary. Certain percentage like 10, 50%, 20, 25%, something like that. If the employee is getting a salary of 10 lakh rupees, he will get compensation somewhere around 11% and 12% of the compensation company is going to be provided. The percentage has been decided from our payroll teams to verify the employee salary range and starting salaries and who having an experience in the organization, who having and keep increasing their salaries between our organization's criteria and limits. We are going to be understandable. And what are all plans we are going to give to the employees, like joining bonus, like allowance benefits and working hours related activities. These are all plans. We should have the proper agenda. Whenever we are going to introduce any compensation plan to our organization, we need to maintain a proper agenda to the particular plan. What is our conditions and how agents should be reached and how they will get the compensation from us? We are going to be very punctual and clear updates should be shared through reports and the briefing to all the employees who are going to become under the availability of compensation bucket. Yes, I hope all of you can see my screen. My note. Yes. Let's understand about this compensation notepad. Under the compensation, what are all plans will become? First plan is salary plan. Second one is compensation plan. Third one is allowance plan. Fourth one is beneficial plan. What is meant by compensation and what is meant by allowance plan and benefits plan? Salary, you people know well aware about it. Allowance plan, benefits plan we'll discuss later. We'll just start with the salary plan. You can see that next to the bracket 1, 5, 10, 50. On the below, I just given here salary cycle. In this salary cycle, the MNCs and corporate companies having a style of credit the salaries, especially MNCs and corporate. Few companies are going to provide the salaries. If tomorrow is the first, they're going to give you a salary of today evening. Few companies are going to give you a salary. If the first is today, they're going to give you every month of first between 9 to 10 AMI. And coming to that, few organizations having a billing cycles 5th, 10th and 15th. Take it as an example. September 5th to October 5th. That's one of the salary billing cycle. Why the people is maintaining, September 5th to October 5th, in a sense, the people should get the money from their clients on that particular date or above the date. Fourth, either the company will receive the amount from the client is. Fourth, they're going to process your amount is 5th. Few companies is completely depends on their clients. Few companies is first. They'll give you their money and recovery they're going to do from their clients. That is the difference. We have a salary delay cycle should be starts from 1 to 15. 1 to 15. You will get any number of date of your salaries. No issues on that. But my simple agenda is very clear. After 15, if any company is providing a salary immediately, people change your company. Those companies is not going to be sustained lifetime in the market. Below 15, any company you are in the safe hands. Above 15, that's not good and safe hands. You need to shift yourself on safer side of your company. Coming to the compensation plan. What is meant by compensation plan? Compensation plan. There was a 3 schemes is come under between under. The scheme number 1 would be it over the time buffer and scheme number 2 would be it best performance of the month. And scheme number 3 would be at 100% that units. All these 3 benefits will come under that compensation plan. What is meant by what? Can anyone tell me? Over. Overtime, Shresh. I know what is an overtime. Can you give the little brief details about over the time? After the working hours. Suresh, the working hours will be 9 hours. Then the employee is going to be work a part 9 hours. The company is going to be give the OT. What are the conditions this company is going to provide for the OT? They might give it in the form of comforts or they might give extra benefit, a benefit in the form of cash. What time can be complemented? Given with any of this. Sometimes it will be like based on company policies. Suresh. Very good. This all will come under an OT, but I will show you when we creating an OT, what are all key points. Organization is going to be and say. Am I clear? Suresh. And best performance. What is mean by best for performance, guys? Like any times, like in the company, they usually have the like a policy, like if somebody is performing best or they have any rewards for the employee. In that time, they give some extra amount to the employee apart from the salary. Awards and rewards the company will give. What is mean by best performance? What is mean by 100% attendant? When they're going to provide this benefit? What is mean by 100% attendance? And when they're going to provide this compensation to the employee? See, without taking any leaves in the company, he will work continuously. At the time it will come. Excluding the casual leaves. This compensation, 100% attendance is going to be provided by monthly or weekly or yearly basis. Suresh? Very good. That's the answer. Best performance over the time. Exact observation. I will tell you when we are going to creating those plans. And what is mean by allowance plan? Allowance means you need to understand very clearly. It's a night shift, travel, food, petrol allowance. All these plans will come under an allowance plan. What is mean by night shift and what is mean by travel and food and petrol and house allowance? Everything you people know very well. Night shift means the second shift organization is going to provide for the extra money. Travel means if you go into the business related purpose, they're going to provide you the travel money. Food means the coupon, Sodax and Exvidget food outside related. Whenever any meetings have been conducted, you can claim your food plan. House allowance. Few designations, not employees. Few designations like subordinators, supervisors, vice presidents, general managers, CEOs, board of directors. Few people get a house allowance from the organization. Petrol allowance, car allowance, and these all benefits will get the certain designations. How to create those all allowance plan. Also, I'm going to show you what is mean by benefits plan. In the sense, it's a kind of health care policies and what is mean by benefit plans. Under the benefit plans, there was already two benefits is going to be joined. One is healthcare policy and the other one is joining bonus. This is we are going to understand how to do when we are going to creating a benefit plans. On the below you people can see the compensation grade. I'm going to just give an overview to you. I'm not going to take an in-depth look to the compensation grade to you people. I will show you once we completed the complete compensation part, the last. I'm going to show you how to create a grade. This is the example. Take it as an example everyone. We have an organization called IBM Private Limited. In that IBM Private Limited, we have 3 projects. How many projects Cosma Avent? 3 projects. 3 projects. What are the 3 projects Avent? iPhone Nokia. iPhone Nokia. These are all software projects. We have an iPhone international project, Nokia local project. MI is a local project coming to. The total employee headcount is 300. Am I correct? Total employee headcount is 300. I am the person who is giving these compensations to all 300 employees having the same compensation. All 300 employees having the same compensation. Like I'm giving a compensation number 1 at 10,000 rupees for the best performance and 5,000 rupees for the OTEN 2, 500 rupees for the 100% that he needs. This is what I'm going to give to the employees. How can I know that? How many candidates are receiving at 10,000 and how many candidates are receiving at 5,000 and how many candidates are receiving at 500. I should give certain grade analysis to the employee. Who will do that grade analysis? Maybe it is like a hierarchy basis rate and salary based on. Building CTC as a hierarchy. Sorry, I did not hear you properly. Could you repeat your work? Based on hierarchy as well as salary structures? Maybe based on the positions also. That depends on your organization strategy, how they're going to be an asset. What we need to understand here, how to create a grade, is our point. Understanding? If you're understanding how to create a grade and how to calculate a grade, then it's easy to measure of any company. Whatever the conditions they want to put in that compensation grade, in respect of Z. Rish. Let's create a salary plan first. As a Workday HCM and techno-functional consultant, we have within the boundary limit to create a salary plan. How to create this activity? We need to go with on first. We need to go to the search bar, enter in the search bar, create. Salary. We have an option for create a salary plan task. Have a tap on that. We have an effective date from here. We need to enter the effective date would be it. Today's date. We need to enter the month 10. Tap. First we need to enter the plan name. Plan name is I'm going to enter in here. Madava salary plan. Madava salary plan detail. Madava salary plan details in this we need to mention here. And next one is agent name. Madava, what is your initial? ASTB something is there. Agent project. If he's from the HR team, we need to mention HR team operations, training, marketing, team payroll and finance. You need to mention the what is his department name. We need to mention here. And we need to mention here. Reporting manager details. Agent team leader details. Pause giving all these details. We need to get the branch details also. And post that we need to give a bracket. We're given and complete details of the employee, his employee code, full name and project reporting manager, team leader branch, his CTC, then his monthly take home, and his account related information. Execute. Post that we need to tap on to the plan eligibility. Go with an partial list. In that we need to set it off. Eligible rule. We will get an eligible rule only, not 8. Compensation, just 1. This all will not reflect in your live data. You will get only eligible rules. Employee eligible rule. You can have a select of that option. Select the segmented accessible segmented compensation. Go with an setup and security compensation. In that, have a set out of your compensation plan access regular. If he is a full-time employee in our organization or contractor employee in the organization, who's going to be completed is 8 plus 1. We need to enable this block. If he's an part-time employer is going to work in 5 hours or 4 hours, we cannot enable this option. How it happened to the compensation elements, in that have a set of month. In that you can have a select of base payment. Process eligibility haven't enabled. Before he was going to submit it. Do you have any questions, anyone? Once we submitted this request, the request is going to flow into the finance team. They'll check all these details. The detection, payslip criteria, TDS, PF House Alliance, HR Alliance, all this. They're going to be activated from their job criteria. Can elaborate on eligibility rules. Eligibility rule. Each and every compensation, each and every salary and each and every organization, they have the one processing of methodologies in the salary structure. In that we need to select the eligible rules which has been allocated from the organization rule book of the salary processing. For that option, we need to select an eligible rules. My question is, we have a head count of around 300 or 400 people. I'm just taking as an example. We'll be doing the create a salary plan for one by one. It's going to be like the great way or like multiple plan together. Because this is my question. Because mother was the employee, we'll be creating for one employee. You don't have any software to create and bulk employees at one shot till today. Because we have a head count of even the 1000 employee, we have to do it one by one. Definitely. See, whenever it's a basic understanding between you and me, is your organization is recruiting 1000 employees at the one shot. How your organization is going to be recruiting the employees. Like 50 or 100 to 100 like this. Before they're entering into that basic LUN level, they will capture all the details. In the induction, they're going to hand out the salary account details to them. Got. Now, depending on the onboarding, that's a process. Coming to the M1 salary process, we can do it bulkily. Like 1000 to find 10,000 1 crore people also. We can do it bulkily. That's a salary process. But creating the salary accounts in the system that we need to go with manually and individually. Got. But in case of corporates that are migrating themselves to work there, how do you deal there? Because they're already having a huge number of employees in thousands. and the migration takes place. Is it the same process again that you individually keep details for every single professional? A corporate having bulk employees, no one is going to recruit it in a day of 1000 employees. Is that true? No, my question is there are certain MNCs that never used Workday before, but now they want to migrate the complete system to Workday. That's how we have separate PPT and the introduction to give it to you. Whatever the process you ask me, that's a different process. The process, I'll explain you once we start into the integration. The PPT, I made it for you people. Only here we have a migration from Oracle Cloud to Workday Cloud. I will tell you how to do the migration related to the financial related activities of the currency rates. Tap. And we created successfully the salary plan to the Madava. And now the ticket has been forwarded to the finance team from their approvals, from their request. It's going to fill for the next future details on sale. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.